My name is Jerelyn Rodriguez, and I'm the co-founder and CEO at The Knowledge House. The Knowledge House mission is to empower and sustain a talent pipeline of technologists who will uplift their communities. And so we do that by providing code and design job training to youth and adult job seekers so that they can kickstart their pathway into a tech career. We provide 4 courses as part of our Innovation Fellowship that focus on either cybersecurity, data science, web development, or user experience and user interface. After our programs, 3 out of 4 of our graduates get their first job in tech, and then we support all of our alumni until they are in full-time careers, making close to 6 figures. Anytime that I talk about the journey of starting the Knowledge House, I always start with my fundraising challenges because especially for the first 5 years of the Knowledge House, we did have experiences where funders told us no, or not yet, or why you and not this other organization. So especially when the pandemic hit, I was really trying to figure out who is going to champion this work, especially now. And Robinhood came to support us with the Power Fund grant. And so what's great is that the Power Fund grant was the biggest gift that the Knowledge House received. And it was received during the pandemic when we were in dire need of resources to not only survive, but just keep thriving, right? We all know that during the pandemic, the average job seeker was so interested in just having basic tech skills. So as we are enhancing our job training programs, we're also starting to provide bridge programs and digital literacy to our applicants so that the general public is just more prepared to thrive in this digital transformation era that we're in. And the Power Fund helped us get there. So I'm very, very excited about the partnership that we have with Robinhood. I think that the Power Fund allows leaders of color especially to have access to funding, and not only a lot of funding, but flexible funding, general operating, unrestricted dollars, and multi-year funding. Because that's what the Power Fund led to. It led to the Knowledge House being a portfolio grantee, and it came with management assistance, technical assistance, and a lot of access to peer cohort groups, coaching, and the list just keeps growing. The Knowledge House is an anti-poverty organization. We literally provide job training so that people are matched to generational wealth, economic mobility, and we've seen our work be successful. We've seen the impact when a young person gets that first job in tech, and they go from making $14,000 as an applicant to $90,000, which is the average full-time salary for a Knowledge House graduate. That's literally quadruple what they were making before our programs. And that's life-changing, right? I have heard so many stories about graduates that can now feed their entire households, right? Because they're making almost 6 figures. I've heard of siblings refer their younger siblings to the Knowledge House. And then when 2 siblings get high-paying jobs in tech, that literally has community effect, right? And so the most touching story for me is the story of Clarissa Mayo. Clarissa came to the U.S. as an immigrant from Mexico. She pursued our program while she was a medical receptionist, and she didn't have a lot of computer skills. So her confidence was low, but she was persisting. And after 12 months of training, she finally got a full-time job as a software engineer at this startup called Energy Hub. And she literally says the thing that she's the most proud of is the fact that her mother can now retire because she does not have to work anymore now that Clarissa is able to support the entire household. And that's how we're beating poverty. It's about creating wealth and making sure that the wealth has a ripple effect to entire households and the community at large.